Hey everyone, Drunk Extraordinaire here, and you probably already know what we're doing. We're doing more Humankind gameplay, so let's just skip the BS and get right into it. Last episode, and I'm really drunk right now, so forgive me if I start going on a tantrum, but last episode we went ahead and built Parisius, and I believe we founded Audulus. That might have been the episode before last episode. It probably doesn't matter because this is an OpenDev, it's not even official gameplay, so I don't really think anyone cares too much. So we were just building hamlets like crazy motherfuckers, and we were building scriptoriums out of the ass and buying everything out. So we're probably the most scientifically progressed throughout Humankind, or whatever pun you want to slip in there. Also, I forgot I left out a huge detail. We are at war with the Mauryans, so that's kind of a big deal. If you think war is a big deal. But I think we were fighting them. That's usually what you do in a war. But I believe we hadn't completed our turn, so I think I was just leaving that guy there to just screw off and do whatever he wanted. What were you doing here? I think we were building more hamlets. Someone mentioned earlier that we needed to build some stoneworks here, so here, because they took advantage of the woodland. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Actually, that's wrong place. Here. I think it was because we had a few stone fields. So let's just do that, just to prevent the nagging. But I kind of wanted to do some fortifications. I think this was from our prior war, so I didn't adjust it. But just to get some fortifications up for the war with the Huns. Now, where is that stoneworks? Okay, I don't think we need a customs farm. There it is. Okay. So now, that one person who randomly commented, I think in the comment section or the Reddit thread, there you go. That probably wasn't even the right city, but we do what we have to do. Okay, there's a bad pop-up there. I apologize. So, what did we want here? Probably some palisades. We're right next to the Mauryans, so that would be a good idea. And then maybe a theater? Probably a good idea. Let's just immediately buy the palisades. And then we can get the stone walls, just in case they want to siege us and just be assholes and burn down our entire settlements. And then I've been talking a lot this episode already. I haven't even started the first turn. So let's see. We can build a hamlet right here and we will get a ton of yields, so let's prioritize that. And just give Aksum something to do. And I hope the audio quality is doing well. I noticed it was a bit muffled in the last episode, so let's just get a water milk here. But just because of that, probably a good idea to go ahead and improve that. So, I'm just talking about in my general positioning. But for the research, I think it could be a good idea to maybe get some... what do we have here? Okay, we have an armory and a furnace, so furnace steel sounds really good. Okay. And also, another thing I forgot to mention, I must have amnesia or something, but I think we were building some crossbowmen and Francie Milites. So they're coming along quite speedily. Let's just go ahead and send you guys right out here. And then we can try doing something significant, maybe by sieging the city here. Oops. Clicked out a bit there.
Go this way.
But let's just see what we can do in this territory. Maybe we can ransack some stuff. Just cause some hell over there. I don't think it'll take too much to siege. But what were we doing with you? Go here. And then we're just waiting on the Milite over here. Okay, and you should be done in 2 turns, so that should be fine. Oh, you can actually join them that turn. That's great. And then we will put you on sentry until your brethren arrive. Wonderful. Oops, I clicked out of that. Okay, and then you already built that. We have a ton of industry in the city, holy crap. We have a hamlet right here, looking very nice. Can we build another hamlet? We can right here for even more industry, just to completely stack this game, or stack this city. Like, we have 18 science, 10, 6, which is all adding up to over 150 science, which is amazing. And they definitely need to get some of these districts under control. I think a soft cap was talked about in the Discord, and that's something I could get along with. A hard cap would be a bit too restrictive. It's in Civ 6, and I'm not too big of a fan of that. Let's go ahead and siege HAOJING, and just see how brutal our... And then, of course, I'm going to turn this off. We had a kind of an embarrassing event with the Huns, I think. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot here, though, because I want to... Actually, I'll take that during the battle. Okay. Just to show off the epic sieges you can have in this game. What do we want to do here? Do I even know what I'm doing? Probably not. Okay, so we want to get our...
No way. Sorry, we can't do
What are we doing here? Can we even move our units?
We don't see a way to do that.
Okay, can you move over here? Okay, so this looks to be our deployment zone, so they actually have a very good cap on things right here. And then this is actually a surprisingly well placed city. I know the AI always tends to place their city right here because I played a few games of Humankind. But even so, that placement is actually very good because we would be attacking from the river and the low ground here, which would be absolutely abysmal. So I think we're going to move our horsemen.
We can't do that.
It's not in our deployment zone. Okay. We can only move, like... We can't even place our guys. Okay, I think we can only place in the blue area. So we're kind of screwed there. But we'll just wait to siege the city. Okay, so they're attacking from the walls, it looks like. Okay. I don't think they're actually doing anything, never mind. Okay, and can I attack from down there? I don't know if I can. We don't have any ranged units, I don't think, in this army, which is a bit of a problem. So, we can try to break through the walls here. I don't know if we had the option to build any siege engines. Or is that a siege engine being built right there? I'm not too sure how warfare works. But this is a fairly significant city, much more so than Hattusa, which we conquered, I think, 2 episodes ago. So, I think the best place to go ahead and break in, if you will, would be right here, because they're kind of backed up against a wall. That's my reasoning. But let's just go ahead and weaken this guy right here. The levies. And then they're not putting up too much of a fight, which is great. So let's put our Shodalai there. I think they may have some bonus to reaching over the walls. And then we'll just wait for them to attack. They clearly weren't expecting this because they don't have any units stationed here. At least outside of the levies, I should say. So that was a pathetic counteroffensive. Let's go ahead and finish you off with the Franci Milites. Very, very strong. I'm probably not giving the enemy enough credit, but I mean, what can you do against the Franci Milites? They're super, super strong. They have a ton of... I'll just go over here. That's not even... Wait. We don't have we don't even have Franci Milites. Okay. I don't even know what I'm talking about. We have horsemen. So okay, the AI is just dog shit. All right. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's just get in these walls. Here we go. We don't even need to build siege engines. They look to be fairly flimsy walls, and we can just win the siege that way. Okay. And just like that, his capital's ours. I think it's ours. Right? We got a victory. But it doesn't look like we won the actual engagement. Okay. And it looks like they're coming with a counter-offensive with the siegemen. So I'm just going to go ahead and send you over here just to support. Okay. And then I don't think we can move after we initiated a siege. That makes enough sense. But let's go ahead and work on Parisius. They're growing a ton. They're already at 6. They were at like 1 last episode. And let's try to hurry up and build something useful here. Was that +7? That is +7. Let's go ahead and build that farmer's quarter there. We just love food here. Alright, and we don't need any stability bonuses here. We have a really nice industrial district, but I don't think that will be of too much use. We're also building a hamlet here, and maybe a garrison would be nice. Maybe a garrison here would make sense. Okay, but we would be chopping our woods. I think I'll just place it here. Then we can finish that next turn just because of our insane production. Alright, there we go. And that's not even going to hit our stability since we have just so much from our religion, from our wonder, and just from everything else. So, what do we want to do with you? We can go ahead and try to catapult or siege this, I think. Right? Oh, we just took it. Okay. You didn't put up much of a challenge. Alright. Now what do we want to do with you? Okay. I guess it's still on our turn. But let's go ahead and... What do we want to do here? Okay. +10 food. And we have a bit of industry here as well. +14 industry, I think I'll take that. And then we can buy that out. Alright. Continue to expand our empire, and we have some pretty good walls as well. I think these are medieval walls. So that should prevent any Mauryan incursion. While we're here, let's just go ahead and try to build a hamlet. And we can get some use out of that here. With our little nice mountain retreat. Right, now what do we want to do here? Let's just build some of this infrastructure really quickly. I'm not going to pay too much attention to it because it'll be done in like one turn. And we have a pretty significant army already coming to attack HAOJING here. Alright, and it looks like our vassals are screwing around there. Okay, let's just take out these individual armies here, just before they harass us too much. Oh, they retreated, that makes sense. Okay, we will send you over here and see if we can do anything.
We have our orders.
Alright, and then you should be within deployment radius. Alright. Okay, and we have another army of Franci-Milites, and we will send you over to join. Alright, thankfully they are fairly fast, even with the river factored in. So, especially considering this is a very river-heavy map, so that shouldn't be too much of a hindrance. We can also upgrade to the Franci-Milites here, and we will definitely take that chance to, just to prepare ourselves. And I think we'll also upgrade the javelin throwers to crossbowmen. Alright. And we will put you to just skip. And just because I want to wait for reinforcements to prevent more casualties. Okay, can we build another hamlet? We can right here. I'll take advantage of that. And to my knowledge, hamlets only decrease stability. They're not too costly. So I'll just keep spamming them until the devs go ahead and punish that a bit more. Let's get some more river industry on San Lorenzo. I'm surprised I haven't done that sooner, but this open dev hasn't been too challenging, so I've been a bit carefree here. Okay, and since we've already captured their capital, it shouldn't be too hard to go ahead and just finish their armies off. Right. Okay, let's move you to support. And we can probably take this guy out here. Okay, and you will, of course, retreat. That makes sense.
Keep up the pace.
And I think we're going to wait to pursue that army and catch it if we can. Alright. I don't think we need a lot of these workers here, so I'm just going to go ahead and move some of them to science. Alright, let's maximize some of that output. Okay. And then let's get some irrigation as well. Just to even... Wait, that's built infrastructure. What am I doing? What's going on here? Have we completed everything we can do here? Or am I just stupid? Okay, hold on. Let me check this real quick. Okay, so the problem is that I am stupid, but also I was on the wrong tab, so it was a 50-50 thing. But let's go and just build the city watch because I'm still a bit paranoid, just in case the AI decides to mount a counteroffensive. And then we will, of course, follow that with the city walls and stoneworks. Okay, I think we also have a mountain. Okay, we have a new civic unlocked, pressing matters. Every year, the great population of your empire, contented in their essential needs, clamor for more and more titillating news stories. It has become clear that, should you choose, these stories could help shape public perception. Sorry, I'm a bit far away from the computer screen just with my setup here. But wow, that's really powerful. We can prevent any empire revolution, I guess, just flat out. And I really love these buffs too. I think that's authority. Um, but I think we'll take the plus 20% civic points just because it's really helping us out here. And then I'll save that extra civic point for later. The two ones we have available to us right now are not too useful. Here we can see our dominance right here, especially over our vassal. And it looks like our vassal is dominating the Harappans as well, which is interesting. So I just want to check something out real quick here too. Let me just exit out if I can get my mouse to work. And it looks like the Huns, our vassals, have actually colonized this island. I don't know how they did that. I think they got a transport ship over here, but that is still interesting. The AI is not as behind as I thought they'd be. Right, we've just unlocked steel. We are quite ahead, especially in science, thanks to the scriptorium. And let's get our horses to continue pursuing the Mauryan infantry here. Or cavalry, they're elephants.
Forward.
Okay, and let's put you right behind. Then I think we can challenge them right here.
Let's go!
Okay, and they retreated, of course. Very smart. That's still not going to stop us from pursuing them. Okay.
Stay together.
If we can pursue them next turn, that is. I think they're running out of land to run away on, so I think we still have the advantage here. Okay, our hamlets are kind of running out of their use, or at least their yields are kind of getting crappy now that we've exploited some of the better tiles. So I think we'll go back to working on improvements. Well, we have been working on improvements for a while, but... Okay, armory. Alright, we'll just go ahead and finish some of these infrastructures here. Alright. We have a new research slot as well. Okay, and we have another administrator slot. I think I'll take that just because we need to quickly grow our territories since we have the Crown Lens ability, which is very, very useful. And we have a new fight brewing as well. Alright. I don't know if we can take them. Our walls are actually pretty well fortified, so I think we'll wait until they decide to siege us. It looks like that's also a bit of a losing battle as well. So I think we'll sentry here, and then wait until our army comes back. Alright. They're a bit too close to HAOJING though, so I think they're preparing for a bit of a raid. Just in case they are, I think I'm going to move my cavalry back here, and then I will put you over here. Just in case they are ballsy enough to try a raid, that would be fairly funny to watch. I don't think they'll be able to mount one successfully, but nonetheless, fairly amusing. Alright, and then we have combined into 4 units. And then, I wonder if we can pursue the army over here. Alright, there you are. And it looks like we're going to be able to battle them here. We're in an interesting mountain pass battle. So our army, or their army, is fairly well defended. I think we will move our horses here, just to protect the cavalry. And then we can end deployment. Alright. Then I think I'm going to take a little screenshot here. Forgive me. I just can't resist. Alright. And then let's try to fire a... Okay, we can't fire volley. Can we get you? We can. Let's send the Shodalai here. Make use of their ability. I think we can. Right, they have a larger zone of control. That may be affecting the elephants a bit. But nonetheless, we're going to pursue the spearmen and try to diminish their resolve. And then let's move you to higher ground. I think the few runners I drunk is taking an effect on me because my strategy is getting worse and worse. Oh, they're just completely nailing us. Oh. Doing a lot more damage than I anticipated. They even got my crossbowmen. This isn't looking too good. Alright, can we get you here? I think that's because they're attacking from lower ground. But nonetheless, we still managed to strike a good counteroffensive. So let's get our Francie Millites here on better ground. Then we can move you over there. They have some really good defense here, though. Yeah, they're taking the higher ground here. Alright, can we attack here? Looks like we can. Okay. We're actually doing fairly poorly in this battle. I think that's just because they have a really good advantage here, which is clever on the AI's part, but we can't really do anything here. But I think we can try to take advantage of this mountain pass.
Sorry, we can't do that. Don't think that it's possible. Sorry.
Okay, we can't move there we can't move there this round. Let's just try to get out of harm's way. Okay, and we're going to take a bit more of a beating from the elephants here. Actually attacking our weakest unit, which is kind of smart. Okay, and then I think he's going for me. Didn't really do too much, just because our millites are so good. Alright, get up onto this higher ground. Okay, that's going to take a full point of movement. Just continue charging. And this battle might actually resolve just because it's kind of taking a while. Alright. His attack isn't really doing anything. I think that's because he's in the classical era and he's a bit outmatched here. Let's continue hitting you. Oh, we took him out actually. Alright, good job, Francie Millites. And then let's move you over here. You're very slow. Okay. Then I think we will... We're waiting for the opponent. Maybe we can get him from behind. I'm not too sure here. Okay. So the battle round, it looks like, finished. So I think we are continuing on with production in La Venta. Let's go ahead and try to get some harbor and make use of our tiles out here. We can get even some science there, just because this territory extends far beyond to the ocean. And then we'll put focus towards San Lorenzo, which is becoming a huge metropolis. 24 pops compared to our second largest city, La Venta, which is also an impressive 23 pops, but nowhere near as big. That's definitely the biggest city in the game, at least from what I can see. So, I apologize for some of the talking in the background. Okay, and that hamlet is still fairly crappy. So is that one. Alright, maybe we can try to get some commons quarter use. I'm not too sure, I'm a bit conflicted here. Alright, we'll take that, the farmer's quarter, plus 9 food. Actually, I'm going to cancel that because we have a ton of food. We don't need that. That's also kind of crappy, plus 6 compared to some of our other yields. I'm not too sure about that. I think science is a bit more useful than our other options. But let's get another harbor if we can. We'll take the plus 6 here. And I think we'll buy it out, just because we have so much money. We have like plus 300 per turn, so that's perfectly fine. Okay. Let's get the +9 Farmers Quarter here, which will help once we transition away from the Franks and start focusing on other cultures. Let's go ahead and just build some pointless infrastructure, and we have a new event. Alright, a merchant from afar. Bang, bang, bang. A rabble of traders carrying strange wares are knocking on Adulus's gates, demanding an audience. They tell you that they hail from a far land, having traveled many leagues along one of your fabled trade routes. They claim to offer merchandise that will be profitable, but they also look rather haggard and exhausted. Do you agree to let them in? You know what, just for the sake of the Let's Play and for the sake of you guys, why not? Just because they traveled so far, and apparently we have trade routes extending beyond our continent. Which is very interesting, I guess. That extends to Babylon, or whatever he is now. Whatever that culture is now. So yeah, alright. We're going to end our turn, and I think we have a new tenant. Alright, we're progressing onto the third tenet. And then next time, I think we will be able to finish our religion. But interestingly enough, there's Assyrians polytheism, and I think we wiped that out when we proselytized, right? No. Looks like it's still remaining. But as you can see, our religion is far more powerful. We have 162. 32 of which are in the Celtic civilization, and 24 in our vassal. So that is actually pretty interesting. And then it looks like this is far away in some foreign empire that we do not know. So let's go ahead and see our options. Okay, alright, we have Honorkin, +1 influence. We have science, we have stability, kind of similar to what we had for our two choices there in the second tenet. Let's just see. We don't really need stability. This is really dealing with co-religious states. So I think we'll take, since we're like so spread out, I think we'll take the science buff, just because we have so many co-religious states, especially since we're pressuring our vassal with our religion. So let's just choose that tenet and get further along. And we have a new diplomatic proposal.
To get your heart
Alright,
racing.
I'll take that. Fine with me. Though he is really behind. I think he's still on Babylon. Unless he's been ascending. Okay. And then I think it's time we just went ahead and struck a deal with the Mauryans. I don't think we're going to be able to take this city without a lot more losses. It's not even worth that much. So I think we'll peace out and try to make him a vassal. Or at least steal some of his strategic resources. And by steal, I mean permanently borrow. Just in Frankish terms. So let's go to his Diplo menu. And let's see if you want to negotiate anything. Okay, looks like their war desire is really down. Ours is super high just because we've been winning a ton of battles. And then he can propose a white peace, but he's not ready to completely surrender. So we need to beat him down a bit more, unfortunately, it looks like, even though we've taken his capital. So his capital also has 0 people. So it's not much of a capital. Where's his current capital? Feng Hao? I don't know if we can look up his current capital. It's a bit unknown to me. So it's either in Feng Hao or Pataliputra. So I think I'm going to go with Feng Hao since it's definitely one of the older cities from their time as the Zhou. And let's just go ahead and try to band together our troops. If we can find them. I'm not too sure about this. Okay, he's still chasing us, unfortunately. But we are on the river, so I guess we'll go ahead and attack him. He's not really doing too much, but he kind of foolishly went after us. Probably should have stayed up there. And then this will finish us off. No, it doesn't. Okay, and we can kill him here. And I think we won that battle. Yes, we do. We don't really get anything from it. And, well, I mean, we do get upgrades, which is not too bad. So let's go ahead and do that. We can heal as well. And we have 2 units that survived, and I think we'll move them out of the city.
Uh-huh.
Unless we can take this city here. Shouldn't be too hard. But let's go ahead and clear you
Ready.
out if we can.
Attack.
Okay, you're going to retreat. That makes sense. And then we can probably go ahead and progress the front up to Feng Hao, if I'm pronouncing that with the correct linguistics. I'm not sure how you classify that. But probably +1 per researcher is a good investment, and then a school as well to continue our scientific enlightenment. We have a new notification. Let's
Forward.
go ahead and send the Malates up
Okay.
here. We have a ton of them,
Onward.
and we should be able to chase him down. Okay, that'll be next turn, it looks like. In Axiom, it looks like we've finished production of a new science district. What do we want? Maybe a hamlet? That +15 food looks awfully juicy. Okay. Then we still have this industrial quarter. It's a bit meager. I think we'll just continue on, just getting all these improvements out of the way. And that should be helpful to us down the line. Well, it looks like Watery Grave has continued from last episode. You can check it out last episode. I think I'll put a link down in the description. But basically, we found some kind of sunken treasure, and it looks like it's been fairly profitable. Our soldiers did the Empire proud, exploring the wreck like seasoned pearl divers. Without their involvement, the professionals would have come away with the lion's share of the booty. Alright, and we get +400 gold, which will help with our war efforts. Okay, and we have 1 idle army here. Let's go ahead and what do we want to do with you? Can we even move here? I don't know if we can. I think you're out of turns. Okay, I don't know why I can't click him here. Am I clicking both? What's going on here? Okay, I want you to move over there. What's going on here? Okay, let me just skip the turn then, because it's kind of being weird and finicky. And then I think I'll just try to come back to it later. Alright, we've found alchemy. And I guess we can try to pursue you. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. It's being really weird with my mouse. I think I have a mouse problem. But I think we're going to end this episode actually and just cut it short. But thank you guys for watching. This has been Civ Extraordinaire. If you liked the episode, first and foremost, please consider subscribing, leaving a like if you haven't already, and hitting that notification bell to stay updated for more content. And as always, stay safe, and I hope to see you guys for the next episode, which is premiering tomorrow, I believe, Monday. So again, stay safe, love you guys, and I hope to see you all soon. Alright, Civ Extraordinaire, out.